what we're dealing with in modern societies, most of the population's literate and educated with a bias towards symbolic thinking, representational thinking based on language, where somebody who isn't educated in our linguistic structure of seeing the world, they can tap into psychedelic, shamanic, pre-symbolic type thinking. They can make sense of the dreams, like the woodcarver would ask his parents or grandparents in his dreams, is that in there, of how to carve stuff. And he'd carve stuff from his images and his visuals. Or the guy who couldn't count his sheep would know if a sheep is missing because he's using a different way of navigating and orienting himself. So I think in the Joe Rogan podcast, they talked about the problem with psychedelics is you get an instant download of wisdom, but one experience might take 10 years to make sense of. So having to dilute and translate a psychedelic experience to the masses, that's the role of a shaman. That's a shamanic person that holds those two worlds together. But since we don't have initiations and most of our teachers are not initiated in a shamanic path, we're all sort of somewhat just lost, or we're not finished that initiation of being able to connect with deeper wisdom or spiritual wisdom. We're all in this sort of materialistic, biological. I think he talked about that in this framework too. This is where he has trouble describing things based on materialistic, biological, and evolutionary perspective, because this God experience, that sort of goes even beyond his mind. So we're at his edge. Maybe we're at all of our edges.